there's a local band right here in Sweet Home Chicago called ZAIUS. Okay, named after the character from Planet of the Apes, Dr. ZAIUS.
Yeah.
And these guys, there's 4 of them, and they're not very well known at all. They're very super, like, underground.
Yeah.
But my God, did they put out a monster album?
What is the?
They
what's
do
the
have
album?
two. They do have 2 EPs also. That came out before.
Okay.
First one's really good. Second one's pretty okay. But the full album we got, it's called Of Adoration.
Yeah.
And it is my favorite instrumental album of all time.
And it is their only full album.
Yes.
And even on Spotify, they only have. Yeah, the only other EPs they have are Divided by Tides and All Your Friends Are Dead, which are 3-song EPs, but they're labeled singles on Spotify. What I also think is interesting is under merch on Spotify, they have a link to a CD called Harvest Moon Overdrive.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what the hell that is, but
It looks very old, and I can tell by the album artwork that it might have just been, I don't want to say it looks less professional, but it kind of looks like something that you would I don't know, you would see on like a high school, like in a in a movie with a rebellious teenager. You would see that poster on their wall, and it's just like, it's got a skeleton with a cloak and they got a lantern, and it's almost yeah, I don't know, not to trash on ZAIUS at all, or the person who created that art, or if they commissioned someone to draw that, but no, the Of Adoration cover art definitely looks a little bit more polished.
yeah.
So anyway, how did you find these guys?
Alex.
Shout out Alex.
This man gives me fucking everything.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that started the whole post-rock train, and basically I got a bunch of it dumped on me, and I've heard a lot of it. And yeah, these guys, they weren't like a first love. Actually, the first band I liked in this genre was called ZAIUS. They're also from here.
ZAIUS?
ZAIUS. Yeah.
ZAIUS?
They're a 3-piece. And yeah, they had an album called Yet Further, which came out a year before this one did, which was like the first post album that I liked. But then this is the one that like fucking perfected it, I think. Almost perfected it.
I've listened to a couple of songs on this. Unfortunately, I did not give myself the time to listen to the whole thing, aka I forgot to do it. Sorry, buddy. But they are verified on Spotify, and you want to know what's nuts? Their top song has 16,085 listens, and they have 102 monthly followers. Now, I don't know if they're still doing stuff. I don't know if they're still touring or planning on recording or whatever, because this was released in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them a couple years ago, but yeah, it's been they've kind of absent lately, and it really fucking upsets me, because I desperately want a new album. Even the Siam guys, they're just like super silent. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I almost wonder, I hate to I feel like I'm always bringing this up, like as far as music and movies go, but like, I don't know. It's been on my mind the past week because I've had a couple of friends who own businesses. They have been struggling with the after effects of COVID, even this long after it started, and they've attributed their issues to COVID, and I have to wonder like how many movie productions and how many albums and how many like artists were permanently affected by not being able to record or tour or like release music in that like year-long gap. And and I'm sure a lot of bands had to meet with one another, and they had to be like, well, it's not like we're going to be able to get together anytime soon. This is where we're at. These are the stakes. Like, what do you say we just, do our best to...
I refuse to believe it. I refuse.
You refuse?
I refuse to believe that they're done.
I mean, maybe they're not done. Maybe they're just taking a little nap. Maybe they're just taking a little hiatus.
Because, yeah, the first 5 songs of this album are fucking perfect. Like, 5 out of 5s. Holy sweet God. And, like, I don't know what it is about it. I guess it's just the way they write their riffs and transitions. Like Magnolia, for instance, that one I just made you listen to.
It's a great song.
The ending of that song, when it goes like to the odd time signatures, like the do 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 do. Like, dude, they do that for a bit, and then they bring in like the leads on top of it, like in the second half of it, and the drummer's an absolute monster. And the production, dude, the way this album fucking sounds, man. I think these are the guys. Whoever did it, I think we need to fucking hire them to mix or master our EP. Because fuck, dude, sounds amazing. But yeah, like the last 3 songs are kind of okay. Like there is the 6th track, Sereneness or something like that. I'd give that like maybe a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But the other 2 songs are like 2.5 out of 5s. Like they're okay.
Sure.
But they do each have one riff in it that I really do like. So
yeah, and that's the part that matters. I think with like full albums, when you're listening to the whole thing, it very rarely will you find like a 10 out of 10 album, let alone a whole list of like 10 out of 10 albums. So especially with albums towards the bottom, I feel like it's more of a trend to have like a couple of really fucking good songs, and then the other songs they're good. They have like one good moment or whatever.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that 4 out of 5 is their most played. Yeah, it is. The fucking 60,000 one, that's the one I give like a 3.5 out of 5.
Interesting.
I don't even like that one that much, but I don't give a shit. Those first 5 songs are all I need. It could be just those 5 songs, and it would still be my 9th favorite album of all time. I don't give a damn. That's how good they are.
That's right. We are on 9. I forgot what album we were on, but yeah, the really quickly the record label that signed and distributed this album, they're called Prosthetic Records, and they're located in Los Angeles, California.
Wow. And
they were established in 98, based out of LA, but with international offices. So most likely ZAIUS probably started in Chicago, and then were looking for the right match for a label, or maybe one of their friends found the label for them, but they work with a lot of heavier artists. And it definitely shows on this album. From the songs that I've listened to, Sheepdog and what's the other one?
Echelon was the other one.
Yeah, Sheepdog and Echelon are very heavy. They lean into the heaviness of it. Whereas Magnolia, I feel like you said that's your favorite on the album, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good. It almost sounds like if Explosions in the Sky were a little heavier. Because there are sections in there that straight up sound like sections from Explosion songs, and it's a genre of guitar rock that I really love. It's just the instrumental put on when you're doing whatever, you're trying to sleep, or you're grinding in Dokkan or whatever. Grandma, if you're listening, grinding means repeating a level over and over again. And Dokkan, it's an anime game. You don't have to worry too much about it. Goku, it's got Goku in it. But yeah, it's a heavy ass album with some bits of really intricate lead guitar stuff and some interesting rhythm stuff to it too. It's very very posty.
Yeah. Everyone fucking listens to the album. God damn it.
Or else.
I would make it my mission to make these guys like the biggest band ever.
Yeah, bring him back. We're gonna bring him back from the brink of hiatus.